All right. So this is what we got going on. I ended up routering all the old epoxy off this area here. I tried to heat it up. That didn't work. Best thing is taking a router and routering it off as best you can, a little bit at a time. Made a mess. Place looks like it snowed in here. But anyways, so we got this all cleared off. And the problem, I believe, what it was is the knots. It's knotty pine on this side. He's got cherry over here with a little clear, very tiny clear stream all the way through. We're going to try to keep that as much as we can. But anyways, so this is knotty pine. So everywhere there was a knot, there was a little ring that came up that went through the epoxy you used. And I'm not sure what the epoxy you used, so can't say one thing or another about the epoxy. But he did. It looked really nice when he was done. It just didn't, and it was outside, so the weather beat on it. So it takes a lot for an epoxy to handle outside, so it doesn't really matter. But anyways, that and the underneath was not finished. So when I'm done, I'm going to put a sealer on the bottom of it. But where the knots are, you can see a couple spots. And what I did is I took this time what I did is I took the white paint and I sprayed all my knots with the Rust-Oleum 2 or 3 times, or the real thick grain that looked like it might bleed through. That resin will come up through all that stuff, so it's so you got to make a really good seal over top of all this, so they don't bleed through. So, anyways, I got all this and I put 2 coats. This is 2 coats of paint and primer. And I did a dark color because that way it shouldn't bleed through as much as a white. For some reason, that white, if you do a white sealer, even if you do a kills or something like that, that white will yellow somewhat and transfer up through your epoxy. Not sure why, but anyways, that's what it does. So I went with the dark color, and then I'm going to end up using these colors. We still got a little bit of time. Yeah, it's tacky. I'll probably do it here within the next 5 minutes because it doesn't matter. I'm going to let this set. I'm going to use these colors to get my basic idea over all this, and then I'm going to let it sit overnight, and tomorrow night, so I'll have pretty close to 12 to almost 20 hours before I put the epoxy on it. Now, when he did this, was really cool is that this is higher than this here. Now, this edge and that edge are actually the same, are pretty level. So there's a dip right in here. So tomorrow I'm going to do one epoxy with my main colors that's going to be right in through here, and then I'll do a final color in my, and then I'm going to do a 3 coat over this one just because it's different layers. So, and that's wood, so we might get some bubbles, but I think with sealing it the way I did, we shouldn't have a problem. And the way when I'm spray this paint, and I'm gonna do this in my next video because I'm only gonna do a 5 minute at a time or whatever. I think actually I'm gonna go live and then I'll just record what I did. So, anyways, so this is what it is. And we're pretty close. So I'm going to give it another 5 minutes, and I'm going to get this stuff ready, and I'm going to spray my color coat, and I'm going to go live. So God bless you. See you on the other side.